Big shout out to DJ Kenzo for doing the thing on the decks, babes. I don't know about you, but I am feeling warm. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling excited right here in, of course, the studio. We are about to dive into a conversation I am super passionate about, of course. It is something that has to do with music. As you know, your favorite dragon loves something about a good tune, babe. And today we're talking about the oldest form of music, something that has evolved into something that provides and encompasses passion. It encompasses instruments. It encompasses vocals. And of course, great lyricism. And today I am fortunate enough to be joined by someone who embodies all of those personalities. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Romancia. Hi, babe. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing today, mamas?
I'm all good, thank you.
I am fantastic. If I have a fine lady like you on a winning Wednesday on a WCW, then I'm definitely winning, babe. How are you feeling being in the studio in the presence?
I think it's an honor. I'm a little floored. Humbling. Always been a dream.
It's always been a dream.
So it's exciting to be here.
It's exciting to be here. I love having many different people come through, especially people that come from different genres of music. Now, the jazz space is, of course, setting itself up in Namibia. We don't have a lot of jazz people doing jazz. How did you find yourself in the jazz space?
I think jazz found me.
Okay. Okay.
If we need to go back to the beginning, I started singing when I was 12.
Okay.
And when I think I was in matric or something, then the choir was in the Moscato Youth Choir had decided to, sort of establish an ensemble that would just do like jazz standards.
Okay.
And this is vocal jazz. So I've basically been doing jazz for like over 10 years.
Oh, girl, you said a decade in the game.
Bro.
Okay. Now, speaking of your experience in the jazz industry, how would you say you've been able to reinvent yourself over the years? Because jazz is something that's always changing and everyone has a way of interpreting it to their own. How do you make your jazz sound different from the rest?
I think the beauty of jazz is really that you can express yourself. It's like worship, but worship is like here,
Right
and
here.
jazz is like
Just a little bit
but it's again you have the luxury of self-expression. You can make the song sound the way you want it to sound, and I think that's the biggest beauty of it all. The challenge that a lot of people have is probably is that they want to sound like other people, or they want to copy someone else's sound. For me, because I started at such a young age, it was easy for me to decide to figure out what sound I want. And I think that's what makes it really awesome. Again, the luxury of sounding like yourself with a touch of jazz.
With a touch of jazz. I love it. Now, when you talk about having yourself and your space and your sound dedicated to you, right? We know that jazz is something that is all about spontaneity. It's all about being improving in the space.
Yes.
How do you play around with that? Because you give me a fun, exciting energy. So how do you play around with that?
I must say I actually do play like when we're jamming, for example. I try to use my full vocal range because I mean again it's jazz. It's not like
jazz.
R&B where you're limited to like a specific key, and if you have the range then you can use it. With jazz you can even do medleys, right? You can sing, you can literally play or perform like a whole set of Mikasa songs,
Exactly.
or a whole set of Liquid Deep songs and just jazzify it. So now,
Exactly.
instead of using the typical boring house beat, you now switch it up and have them change the tempos. You change without changing the key. You just jump from one part of one song to the next in the other song, and you sort of make it one song.
You make it one thing, babe.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys. That is the beautiful thing about music, is that you can always interpret it and play with it in your own way.
Absolutely.
But speaking of playing, girl, you're about to do some big next weekend. You are about to take center stage for that is the Jazz pre-show. How are you feeling about that?
I'm nervous.
You
I
nervous?
won't lie.
I would have never said that. I would have never thought you were nervous.
I am excited, but I'm nervous. I think it's a learning curve for many of us. Having to audition when usually you just sign up and then this time around you would know whether you're on or not. I think it's an interesting challenge. I think we're also being pushed to sort of set the standard with City of Windhoek, where they want to grow the artists. Is change easy? No. Is it nice? Not always.
Not
but
always.
I have the full confidence that after next week, that there is something to take away from it. Regardless of the outcome. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. And I really hope Namibia gets to tune in. It'll be exciting to see who people enjoy, what sounds people enjoy. Because again, we'll have the audience voting, and we'll have
Exactly.
judges in the NTN. So it's you want to say you're performing for an audience of one, but are you really?
Are you really?
Are you?
Are you really?
Really?
We heard Miss G said mom is watching, babe. So you are performing in front of everybody's mama. You are definitely going to be
Exactly.
center stage. Now, of course, what lineup can we expect from you next Saturday? Because I can hear already there by the vocals, babe. You said Mikasa, you said Liquid Deep. Are you taking us to the throwbacks or are you bringing us some original
It
sounds?
depends. It depends. You know, we've been given the luxury to choose to either do only originals or to do an original and a cover.
Okay.
So, or both covers, but it really depends. So I haven't figured it out quite yet. But I'm not sure.
You're
But
not
I'm
sure
hoping
just
for the
yet?
best. I'm really hoping for the best.
Okay, okay. Now, a little bit earlier on, you alluded that the guests, the people that are tuning in from home can also be voting for you, as
Yes.
well as the people that are there at the venue.
Absolutely.
Now, the codes are just not yet right now. They're not out yet. But of
Yes.
course, what are those social media handles? How can the people vote for you? How can the people make sure that you are the one who we get number one?
So I've been sharing the poster on my socials quite extensively, and we've been tagging, City of Windhoek and the Windhoek Jazz Festival account. So I think people just need to really stay tuned. There's the 99 FM account, there's the City of Windhoek account, there's the Windhoek Jazz Festival account. So people need to really pay attention to those sites. I think those will be the first sites to share the information, and we'll all really only know when we know.
Exactly.
And we'll I think for many of us, we'll try to. Hi, Quila. We'll try to, as far as possible, share the codes, but we will only get the codes on Saturday, and that's the challenge.
That's the challenge
just
a little
spreading
bit.
the word fast enough for people to get it.
For people
start
to do
voting.
it. Okay.
All we know is the votes cost $2 per vote, but there will be specific codes for the specific artist. Both the judges and the audience can watch. It will be live streamed on the City of Windhoek account, the 99 FM, and I think the Windhoek Jazz Festival account. So yeah, and it'll be broadcasted live on NBC as well.
Definitely,
so
babe.
I'm looking forward to hearing what people think
My dear.
about everyone. Not just
Definitely.
me, but like really
The rest of the people that will be on stage. You,
And I
of course, have Bongani Soul,
Exactly.
Esme Songbird, the
Exactly.
Yesterdays. You have a star-studded lineup that is up on there.
And isn't it a nice blend?
But
It's a
come
lovely
on,
variety.
it is such a variety of so many amazing talented
Exactly.
people, and I love that it's all local people. So basically, guys, what will be happening is that they will be battling it out on the stage that is the NTN Theatre, of course, on the 19th of August. So make sure you tune in on NBC, as it will be coming in live as well as stream on our Facebook platforms. And your one and only favorite dragon will, of course, be the hostess with the mostest on the main stage. So make sure you come through to see all of that. But my darling, back to you. Where can we keep up with you on social media? What are those social media handles?
So my handle on is it Instagram is Shoamu. That's SHOAMU, M for mango.
M for mango.
And on Facebook, well, I sort of like share whatever I have on Instagram on Facebook, but you can also follow me on Facebook. That is Romancia Cynthia Shonga. Yes, it's a mouthful, but keep up with me, honey.
Keep up, babe. Keep up.
And yeah, so that's how you can reach me. We have some content on the NBC Studio 6 page, and we're looking forward to actually releasing some stuff.
Okay.
Exciting times.
Alrighty, baby, you heard it first right here on your number one entertainer. But any last words you have for the listeners? Any last words you have for the fans, the people on the Instagram live? Anything you want to say to them as well?
Actually, just want to say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for always having faith in Romancia as an artist, and really all the best to everyone else that's trying to find a venue, trying to get all the artists together and create music. I think there's nothing as hard as being a creative. It takes a lot out of you. It's like writing. Writing is so violent, I must say. But it's really thank you. I think that's really for me. That would be it. To just thank everyone already.
For the love and the support and everything.
Always. People have been so consistent. They've been so patient. I think I can't thank people enough for like holding my hand and saying, "You can do this.
You can do this,
Yeah.
babe. You,
Yeah.
girl, already now from the conversation we've had and the conversation we've had off air, I'm a number one fan, girl. I'm a subscribed lover to the fan. I'd love to keep you with me all afternoon long so we can just chat more about what you'll be doing, and that is the Jazz Festival. But guys, you heard the social media platforms on how you can stay, of course, in touch with our lovely, lovely Romancia right here. Of course, for now, we're getting back over to the studios where we'll, of course, be getting into the first and official visuals. For that is Boknora coming through with PDP, featuring a star-studded lineup, baby. I'm super excited to see this one. But for now, let's get into the visuals from Boknora.